Hello, I'm Cherry B. I'm not sure if you're tuned in yet, if anyone's connected or how it works. This is the first time I've gone for an event to do a live event, so it's all a bit new for me as well. So, welcome to Punk for the Homeless. This has been set up by the Eagle himself, Mr. Gary, and I'm just yabbering on really until I start my first piece. So, I say I'm Cherry B. I'm a spoken word artiste. Should we put it like that? And I'm half of Cherry and Peach as well, the band, so I should be doing some of our stuff and some of my solo stuff and taking it from there. So I've seen something pop up, so is it working? is that what's popping up? So the thing with the live connections, you know, you just don't know. So as it's popped up, okay, I've just seen I've had a message pop up. Can you read it as well there we go. Right, I'm going to start anyway. Right, I've had a message saying can't find the stream, so I don't know if to kind of share it through there. I can't see what the other message has popped up. Should I just start? I shall start.
There's only 2 people on there so far.
Okay, a couple of people are coming in. Brilliant. Try and find it for the event. Or Liberty, my daughter's here. Has it popped up on my page yet? Can you see it? Or Gary, maybe share it, or anybody share it if you can find it. There's another message popped up. I feel like I'm on a TV shopping channel here. Anything else popped up? Well, I'm going to start with my first piece tonight anyway. So I say I'm Cherry B, and this is a song that myself and Peach always start with called Punk Mum. It's the first song we wrote together, and I'm going to do it spoken word tonight. It must be very difficult as a millennial to develop your style, dressed to be unique and wild and feeling it's worthwhile. When you're dressed up in your outlandish gear and greeted with your dreaded fear, here comes Mum, what will she say? Oh, that's a bit tame, love, wear it this way. 'Cause you try to rebel and you try to shop, but your mum's out partying around the clock. You tell her you don't want a tattoo and she says, what the fuck is wrong with you? She says your hair needs some colour and bleach. These are life skills that she'll teach, because whatever you do, you won't shock her. She's a punk mum, she's done it all before. Because she's forever swearing, but always caring. But then the wildness becomes unbearing. Why can't she settle and just be normal? Why can't the house be more formal? How come she knows every band you like? How come she's old, yet childlike? Because whatever festival you want to assert, she's been there, got the t-shirt. So how can you rebel and try something new when your punk mum's done it years before you? Try doing knitting, not gobbing and spitting. Try country walk, not a mohawk. Try being safe and vanilla and bland, and don't wish to be in a punk rock band, because whatever you do, you won't shock her. She's a punk mum, she's done it all before. Thank you. Right, how's it going? Has anything popped up yet? Liberty, is it on? Am I on? Am I live?
Yeah, it's on there.
Wonderful. Okay, so Liberty can see me. Any messages popped up there quickly?
Peach is watching.
Ray.
And just a couple of people saying hi.
Lovely, brilliant, thank you for watching. So as I said before, this is a Punk for Homeless charity event today. It's been running all weekend, different artists, different people popping in, sharing their talent, sharing their love, and doing it all for the Compass Children's Charity to help street kids and everything like that. So very special concern, you know, it's for a good cause, so please donate if you can as well, and that would really help. So as I said, I'm Cherry B. I'm going to start with the next one now. This was a request from my old mucker Julie, who lives up in Sunderland now. I'm from Essex, in case you can't tell. And she's my hometown as well. So we were reminiscing about what we used to enjoy doing in a morning exercise really. And it was actually going to the Weatherspoons and having cider for breakfast. And this is another song that myself and Peach do as well. There's a Weatherspoons for us to go, to gaze at unwanted books on show, silent TVs, news flashing past, waiting for bar staff to serve you fast. I'll have a cider for breakfast, 'cause it's acceptable here, to help absorb the... Hello! Back again, right, where was I? Halfway through cider for breakfast. Silence is golden, just a whizzing of slot machines. No conversations taking place, just dogged magazines. 20 types of festival ale and countless types of gin. Respectability is given free, they'll let anybody in. Because I'll have a cider for breakfast, because it's acceptable here, to help absorb the cheap fry up, and then I'll have a beer. Because we don't go there for the atmosphere, or to make a brand new friend. It's to go and get completely bollocksed on very little spend. Because you won't be judged or criticised for drinking all day long. Just leave your airs and graces behind and nothing can go wrong. Yeah, I'll have a cider for breakfast, 'cause it's acceptable here, to help absorb the cheap fry up, and then I'll have a beer. Thank you. Don't worry, Julie, we'll be back doing that again soon. Thank you. Right. Anything else popping? I can see little things popping up, so...
I think they're mostly people as they're joining.
Lovely, thank you. I know I've got really bad eyesight, so I can't read anything that's coming up on the screen or any messages or anything like that. So, okay, so the next one. Okay, so Mr. Eagle runs this event all over the place, all over the country, the Punk for Homeless. And so the next poem I'm going to do is really dedicated to all the hard work that's going on to support people who haven't got somewhere regular to live, or people on the streets, people sofa surfing, everything like that. And in Harlow, we're kind of well known for having lots of office block conversions, kind of housing that's going, and it's particularly really bad in Harlow. We're getting a lot of different councils sending people to us because we've got loads of old 60s tower blocks and 60s office blocks that they're using. And there's a lot of people making a lot of money out of it, basically, and the councils just seem to feel that, well, they've got to house people somewhere, so they're putting them in there, and it's causing a lot of difficulties as well. So this one is literally named after one of the blocks in Harlow called Terminus House. No planning permission needed here on this office block conversion. 14 floors of one-room homes, housed from social excursion. Half of all new housing adheres to this design. It's the human warehouse policy emerging from a production line. There's blood on the walls and decay on the floor. The council house the people they don't want to see anymore. Brutalism at its worst, the looming tower of shame. Money making profits from a cheap monopoly game. It's the urban concrete paradise for Londoners to try, but the reality hits and it ain't no Ritz and they're stuck and hung out to dry. This is lazy, vulturous greed that the council are backing. Please abolish permitted development rights. Housing laws are slacking. They wouldn't choose to live there. Shows their contempt for human pride, making the homeless desperate where the shame is glorified. This creepy tower that shadows this town has a reputation full of fright. But if you treat people like wild animals, don't be surprised when they bite. Thank you. Okay. Right, I can see loads of things popping up. Anything else that I need to be aware of, Liberty? As my little helper. Anything popping up there? Anything needed? I need to be aware of? Is everybody okay? How is everybody tonight? I know there's a big there's a big thing at 7 o'clock tonight, isn't there? There's a big announcement coming up, something political. Yes, look at me. Support act for Mr. Johnson tonight. So it won't take long, then you can get back and watching more of the Punk for Homeless later. So the next one I'm going to do is a very old poem of mine, and this takes us back to the 1990s, when you think of music at that time, and you think of what was going on, and the politics then, and how one young band, a band of all girls, decided to think that they knew best about politics. So this is dedicated to them. I've got a message for you, Spice Girls, because you think that you're so wild, but my opinion is that you're positively mild. You burst on stage with pure attitude, screeching and screaming and trying to be rude. But any woman that's ever lived, yeah, she's done it all before. She's got her tits out in public and she's puked on the floor. But you claim that your girl power will free us all from men. But excuse me. But wasn't it the suffragettes that did it way back when? When women, we weren't empowered but enslaved by our own gender. You just want to shag young men and go out on a bender. So don't talk of politics when your brains are full of shit. You think that you're goddesses because you've been such a hit. Your silly games are boring me. You've nothing new to say. Because I'm a woman, not a girl, you see, and my power's here to stay. Thank you. Thank you. Right, anything else popping up there, Liberty, please? Anything? I can see little things there. Can't read
Hello
from here.
everyone from Punk Rock Street from Hillary.
Hey! The neighbours are watching, that's good. No complaints then tonight.
Yeah, just a few positive reactions.
Thank you. I'm glad everyone's found it, because it's new for me as well, linking through an event rather than straight off my page. So thank you everyone who's made the effort to watch. And there's loads more great stuff on tonight as well. So please try and keep watching. Donate donate as well to the Compass Children's Charity if you can. So just to help street kids and help others in desperate need. Okay, so what am I doing next? Ah, yes. Now a few months ago, there was a big campaign going around Facebook following a kind of suicide in the media. Some poor woman who felt very bullied and intimidated by a lot of people took her own life, and I suppose with it being in the media, that kind of flagged up to everyone, and to be more mindful of it all, even though it's happening every day all over the place, not just on the internet and in certain aspects of society. So, and it kind of got me thinking about that, how everything can be very temporary and very kind of short-lived. So this is called Be Fucking Kinder. Whatever happened to be kind? A philosophy and a reminder. We drift away from its value. Here's the truth, be fucking kinder. I can't stand bandwagons, following the herd, or retweeting word by word. It's not a popularity show. Hey, look at me. I'm kind-hearted for all to see. You can add a frame to your profile pic, but you're still cyber-bullying, bitch. You want to be viewed in a compassionate light, and then suddenly you'll switch. Kindness is not a temporary post. It's not a self-directed ego boast. It's the genuine fragments that you care. It's the selfless acts that are always there. So when you look back and see what you've shared, yet you moan and protest and disparage and gang up on those who disagree and share posts by Nigel Farage. You seem to forget so quick. You swap your frame for another fleeting cause. You share the fuck out of your self-importance, no room for you to think and pause. So don't forget what's important. Here is your final reminder. If you wear it, say it, mean it, and just be fucking kinder. Thank you. Okay, anything, I'm going to ask you, Liberty, anything I need to be aware of in case anyone says, hey, Bev, you're looking like this, or this hasn't happened. So anything else pop up there, please? Gives me a chance to have a slurp as well. Oh, that's good. Yes, here we are, Sunday. The weekend's gone, and look at the weather. It's a complete change around. Ooh. So, okay, nothing else coming up then? Right, next one. Okay. So there was a famous poem. I can't remember her name, isn't that bad? And she wrote a poem called When I'm an Old Lady, I'm going to Wear Purple. And I thought, well, if that suits you, love, but I've been wearing it for years. And so this is my version of it, called Beige. There is a poem that praises ageing, but to me, it's just pretentious staging. Wear purple, be inhibited, when you spent your life dull and prohibited. So set the standard, take a chance, try speedballing, move to France. Don't be moaning your life was a waste, get living, get the taste. 'Cause I don't want to shock when I reach an age. So please, please don't let me wear beige. I don't do comfy. I don't do casual slacks. Not age appropriate and the coolness it lacks. I want to be myself. Don't fall for the ageing trap when you regret your youth and end up wearing crap. Because I'm not interested in a cruise or a saga holiday. I bleach the fuck out of my hair so you never see the grey. Oops. Elasticated waistbands may sound desirable to some, but I promise myself I will not succumb. So please slap me hard if you see me look at some poor forsaken catalogue book. So please, please, don't let me wear beige. It's not a flattering look for my age. Thank you. Never seen it. Right. Anything else coming up I need to be aware of? What's going on outside? What's going on in people's worlds?
Well,
How is it everybody this week?
Could do with it being a little bit louder.
Me louder? Who said that?
That was the Punk for the Homeless page.
Oh, I've got to be louder. Oh, you'll regret saying that, I'm telling you. I think it's... Lipsy, can you check it's on the full volume? I think it is. Technical thing. Okay, that's just me, but I don't get any closer though anyway. Okay, so the next one. So this is another one. I'll try and chat with this one. This is another Cherry and Peach song that we do. And it is about... Because us poor poets, we do get overlooked sometimes. We're not as valued. And the fact that myself and Peach are in like a spoken word band, he plays guitar and I do my spoken word and he sings, it's a bit, you know, a bit different. So we're trying to push it out there and say, actually, listen to a bit of spoken word. It's not as naff as you might think it is. I'm not doing the Pam Ayres one tonight, though. But, So this is our version of Poetry is a New Rock and Roll. I wandered lonely as a cloud, but I wish he hadn't thought aloud that this is titled poetry when it means fuck all to me. Is poetry the new rock and roll, the spoken word from the well-searched soul, a lonely place to vent your spleen, troubled thoughts, ideas foreseen, hopes and fears are what lives inside, taking Wordsworth through a ride. Words need light, can't hide in the dark, ask my mentor, Cooper Clarke. 'Cause poetry is a new rock and roll, it's raucous, has quality control, our heroes have creativity, not vicious, or full of negativity. From the Gallaghers to Kurt Cobain, they got rhyming couplets in their vein. My beloved Dylan, his political stance, forever radical, taking a chance. Yes, poetry is a new rock and roll, has purpose, it has a goal. These modern artists who write their songs, put in poetry where it belongs. Bowie, Lennon, Ginger Wildheart, each poetic song a work of art. 8-line poem, words that are spoken. I ain't Pam Ayres. Twee are a token, because rock and roll is poetry, is passion in a rhyme. It's not gentle or forgiving, and it fucks a test of time. It's born to be wild and free and should be for the masses. I'm sick of it being bland and elite and stuck in public school classes. Thank you. Liberty.
Peach has asked for Porno Pam.
Oh, look, I shouldn't have bloody mentioned it. I've only I don't know how much time I got, you see. We've got to watch. So I've read it a bit later. So let's see how I get on anyway. So, well, I was going to do this one because I thought I haven't done this for a while. Because two political ones coming up now. So I used to always do Corbyn. That was one of my kind of highlights of my night, really. How sad I am. I still carry his mask wherever I go. So I'm going to do the Corbyn crush, and of course it's all a lot of it's in past tense, but my feelings haven't changed. Well, I was reading The Guardian late last night when a picture of Trump gave me a terrible fright. And I thought to myself, oh, just look at these politicians. I desire one with more interesting positions. Then he appeared in a cloud of socialist ideals, the man of my dreams on two bicycle wheels. Oh yes, I've got the crush. I've got the Corbyn crush, I feel a rush, because he's fucking lush. He was the Labour leader, but still MP for Islington North. But to me, he's my missionary fantasy, writhing back and forth. Let me stroke your corduroy patches. Let me adorn your back with scratches. Let me whisper down your megaphone. Tell me your manifesto and make me moan. If we was on a train, you could sit on my lap. I'd feed you tofu and you could mind the gap. 'Cause your beard looks as soft as a Brexit plan. You're the archetypal lefty man. 'Cause Diane Abbott, she wasn't for you. Stand back, woman, 'cause I'm jumping the queue. Yes, I've got the crush. I've got the Corbyn crush. I feel a rush 'cause he's fucking lush. Now I need you, Jeremy, to stand up like a man. You didn't fear Theresa. She was working her retirement plan. Yet I want to be your parliamentary playmate. Let's have a televised mass debate. Because I know you want to abolish tuition fees, but I just want you on your knees, because you're in your prime. You're the minister for me, my red-blooded man, politically. Oh, yes, I've still got the crush. I've got the Corbyn crush, because he's fucking lush. Thank you. Right, anything coming up from that, Liberty, please?
No, just a few reactions.
Yes. Okay, so I wanted to do that one first because when Keir Starmer was elected recently, I did write a poem on the day that he was elected, and I thought I'd just do it again just to compare and contrast really between the two leaders. Although he's, I think I like using the expression, he's like a circling shark at the moment. Let's just see what he comes up with. So this is called Mr. Starmer. You're not my first choice, but you'll do for me. 'Cause you may not be socialist, but you'll smash the enemy. I do have admiration for the things you have achieved. You stood for challenging cases that no one else believed. You fought for human rights, both here and abroad. You represented those in need, free legal help they could never afford. I salute you to McLibel. For Stephen Lawrence, I shake your hand. The applause from the Caribbean for the death penalty banned. The shadow of Mr. Corbyn will always cast long for me. But if being left means gaining you, then we shall all have to see. I won't cancel my Labour membership until I see your plans and how you operate and serve to earn your loyal fans. You are a fighter. Labour needs some more force. You may not be my first choice, and I wish you were socialist, of course. There we go, Mrs. Okay, right, a couple more left. What's the time as well, please, Liberty?
10 minutes left.
10 minutes left, okay. I don't know if I'll have time for porno, Pam. Let's, I don't know, Gary, do I have time for porno, Pam? Does anybody have time for porno, Pam? I was going to do twats. Would that do? I've got twats here. Twat's always a good one, yes? Before I do yesterday's kids, yeah, okay. I'll do a quick twat. Now, we've just brought out a video for this of our electric version of twat that we do. I can't stop saying the word once I've started saying it. It's quite an addictive word, twat. You just throw it in everyone, you call everyone it. It's amazing, I love it. It's one of my favourite words. And it rhymes with so much. How amazing. So so we do have it on YouTube if anybody wants to watch it and have a laugh at people being twats. And thank you for everyone who contributed to it. So this is our cover that we do of the famous John Cooper Clarke poem. Oh, and I shouldn't say what it's called really, because the name of the poem is in the last line. I think I've gone wrong somewhere. Like a nightclub in the morning, you're the bitter end. Like a recently disinfected shithouse, you're clean round the bend. You give me the horrors, too bad to be true. All of my tomorrows are lousy 'cause of you. You put the shat in shatter, put the pain in Spain. Your germs are splattered about and your face is just a stain. You're certainly no raver, commonly known as a drag. Do us all a favour, wear this polythene bag. Because you're like a dose of scabies, I've got you under my skin. You make life a fairy tale. Grim. People mention murder the moment you arrive. I'd consider killing you if I thought you were alive. Because you've got this slippery quality, it makes me think of phlegm and a dual personality. I hate both of them. Your bad breath vamps disease, destruction and decay. Please, 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 please take yourself away. Like a death at a birthday party, you ruin all the fun. Like a sucked and spat out smarty, you're no use to anyone. Like the shadow of the guillotine on a dead consumptive's face. Speaking as an outsider, what do you think of the human race? You went to a progressive psychiatrist. He recommended suicide for scratching your bad name off his list and pointing the way outside. You hear laughter breaking through, it makes you want to fart. You're heading for a breakdown, you better pull yourself apart. Your dirty name gets passed about when something goes amiss. Your attitudes are platitudes, just make me want to piss. What kind of creature bore you? Was it some kind of bat? They can't think of a decent word for you, but I can. Twat. Thank you. Liberty, anything else coming up? How long we got? Anything else I need to say or anything? Of course. Right, so this is Punk for the Homeless. Please give generously to the Compass Children's Charity. All the details are on the links and everything. And watch everyone else. There's loads going on, so that's brilliant. Anything else?
We've got about 6 minutes.
6 minutes, okay? So I've got yesterday's kids lined up. Right. See, it's 6 minutes till Mr. Johnson does his speech, isn't it? Oh my God. Right, okay. Let's do yesterday's kids. So this is another Cherry and Peach song that we always end on because we like it, I suppose. That's another reason why we love this one. And it's dedicated to everyone who likes to be different, dress differently, still stick to their youth culture that drives them. So you still listen. Look at my rock and roll wall. This is what my life was like as a teenager, just having loads of pictures on there, and I see some messages pop up, and I think I need to know. So this is what I just loved to do when I was younger, and I do it. I'm in my 50s. I fucking love it. Why can't I have my living room black with pictures of all my heroes on? So this is yesterday's kids. Let your music define your taste. Don't let creativity go to waste. Dare to wear and just don't fucking care, because those who object will always stare. So when we were goths, rockers, punks or mods, we'd acknowledge each other with subtle nods, because we were the tribes that defined the past. Teenage kicks, forever gonna last. It's all about belonging, feeling understood, being free to challenge if you could. Because we never had no money, we created style from nout, always going somewhere, always going out. Felt part of a community, a colourful tribe, each individual, difficult to describe. Within each world, we had our rules, had our fights and nasty brawls, because we would fight for our individuality, to define each section of our personality, because it felt important to dress a certain way, but then growing up got in the way. But you never really change the passion that's deep, internalise your youth forever to keep. So just be brave, keep your style as we continue to attend gigs all the while. So do you still have the psychobilly heart or the punk mentality, good at art? Do you still buy your suits from a Jewish tailor, or new romantic hair dressed as a sailor? Do you still wear black, even to bed? Don't need to shave to be a skinhead? Has your leather jacket seen better days? Is your tie-dye shirt from an acid haze? Are your badges older than the coppers on the street? Do your Dr. Martens mould to your feet? Do you still go to gigs? Wear the t-shirt? Does your body overexert? Because we are the tribes that defined our youth. These are our values and our truth, because we're still the same but in ageing bodies, still drinking cider or double bodies, because you can't take our youth away from us. You can't take our youth away from us. You can't take our youth away from us. But just give us a pension pass for the bus. Thank you. Okay, that's it. How long we got? Anything else? 2 minutes, yeah. That's it. That's all, folks. So, lovely. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that. So this is Punk for Homeless. I'm Cherry B. I've done some Cherry and Peach stuff tonight, so check us out. Say hello. Check out the charity as well, the Compass Children's Charity for the street homeless kids. Please check it out, and please carry on supporting, and let's see what our leader has to say next. Thank you. See you all again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.